What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's having a great day. I know I am, still on vacation. Please do me a favor, hit that like button. Takes no effort, real simple, helps me out a lot. I would truly appreciate it. And then, if you enjoy the content, remember, subscribe to the channel. I know, the algorithm, it gives you the video anyway. But when you hit subscribe, you help the creator out more than you will ever know. I appreciate it. Let's jump right into it. So today, I want to talk about the 6-year-old who took a loaded gun to school and then shot it one time and hit his teacher in the abdomen, through the hand, and then in the abdomen. That is insane to me. A 6-year-old? Why does a 6-year-old have a gun in the first place? Why is the 6-year-old able to get the gun in the first place? Now, we know that this is a legally acquired gun, a 9mm that belonged to his mother. Secure your guns, people. I've got a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old little boy. I've got a whole lot of guns in this house. You better believe it. I'm from the South, right? Southern logic, Alabama. I like my guns, okay? I shoot, I hunt, I do my thing. But my kids can't get a gun. It's your responsibility as a parent to make sure that your child cannot get to any guns, weapons, anything of that sort. Like, a 6-year-old? Are we serious? Now, I'm guilty myself of teaching my kids about guns. I think that's the right way to go. I think you should always train your children on what they're going to be around. And my kids, they hunt with me. They're going to be around firearms, right? We have very strict rules around things that I allow my kids to do that a lot of people would say, you shouldn't let a 5-year-old have that. You shouldn't let a 5-year-old do that. I let my kids shoot guns. Mostly 22 rifles or 22 pistols, but I let them shoot. I let them learn about how the gun works. Safety. Safety is everything. I don't just hand my child a gun and let him run outside. I don't leave a gun laying on the counter where he could go grab it and pull the trigger. That's stupid. That's the dumbest thing you could do. Kids don't understand the repercussions of things like that. If a 6-year-old gets upset at somebody and grabs the gun, points it at them and pulls the trigger, they don't realize, they don't understand that that person isn't coming back. They don't understand what death is. They don't understand how important it is that you never point a gun. No matter how much you drill it into them. My kids know you never point a gun. I don't even let them point fake guns at each other. I don't. That's just, it's a hang up I have. It's a pet peeve of mine, right? Don't do this. Don't do that. That's me. I'm that parent. I do allow my kids to enjoy things, but you have to be safe. And this 6-year-old being able to get a gun and take it to school, how? He's 6. He's small. How is he even hiding that from you? I don't understand. I don't understand how he got the gun in the first place. I don't understand how he got to the school and into the school without anybody noticing that he had a gun. He's 6. Let's remember that.
Of the 6-year-old Virginia boy who shot his teacher. His family is breaking their silence, speaking for the first time since the shooting. Janae Norman has the details. Good morning, Janae.
Michael, good morning. This story had so many people talking. The family now saying their heart goes out to their son's teacher and that she selflessly served her students and thanking her for her courage, grace, and sacrifice. They say their family has been committed to responsible gun ownership and keeping firearms out of the reach of children. So there are so many questions that remain over how that gun got into the hands of a child.
Obviously, they're not committed to safe gun ownership and keeping the gun out of the hands of children when their child got the gun and went to the school. Well, I mean, how are you committed to safe gun ownership when you allowed your 6-year-old to access the gun in the first place? I don't want to hear nobody in the comments making no damn excuses for that. There is zero excuses for that. Because not only is it dangerous that your child can get that gun and go and shoot somebody else, but if you leave that gun or put that gun somewhere, or even if it's locked up, but you leave the keys easily accessible, a 6-year-old could kill themselves messing with a gun because they don't know any better. I get fired up about this. I'm sorry. I'm all for Second Amendment, right? Like, I'm all for it. Don't even start the whole, that's why guns are a problem. Guns aren't a problem. Irresponsible ass people are the problem.
For the family of the first grader accused of shooting his teacher.
Female victim, she's been shot in the abdomen as well as a through and through into the hand.
The nation stunned earlier this month when Newport News, Virginia police responded to Rich Neck Elementary School for a 6-year-old who'd opened fire. The family now revealing in a statement to ABC News, our son suffers from an acute disability and was under a care plan at the school that included his mother or father attending school with him and accompanying him to class every day. The week of the shooting was the first week when we were not in class with him. We will regret our absence on this day for the rest of our lives.
Okay, so your son actually has an acute disability. What is that? What is that requires you to be at school with him? What is that? How does a kid with a disability able to access a firearm? That's even worse. I mean, it can't get much worse than allowing a 6-year-old to get a firearm. But then if you know he has some kind of condition where he might do something crazy like this, I'm really at a loss for words at that. Especially with the parents saying, we're committed to safe gun ownership. No, the hell you're not.
Police say the first grader took his mother's legally purchased 9mm handgun from home and fired one round at 25-year-old Abigail Zwerner as she taught the elementary students.
It felt like something out of a really bad nightmare.
Could you imagine getting a call from the school for your first grader and them saying that another student has shot the teacher? Can you imagine how you would feel? Because I don't even blame the kid. The kid's 6. The kid doesn't know better. The kid doesn't know what's going to happen when he shoots that person. He doesn't understand the severity of the situation. This is all on the parents. I hope they lock them up in jail. I hope they charge them with whatever they can. I get passionate about certain things. And when it comes to kids that are my kids' ages and situations that my kids could be in, oh, God, that just pisses me off so bad. Like, how do you allow a 6-year-old kid to get a gun and take it to school? Is he that slick? Is he really the 6-year-old? Because I can catch my kid watching something he shouldn't watch on his iPad. When I ask him about it, he just, so he's busted, right? I can see the comments already. Do not come in this damn comment section talking about, well, the parents aren't responsible, because the parents are the only ones responsible here.
Desiree Yvette's daughter was one of the more than a dozen children in that classroom.
She's scared because Ms. Warner is her favorite girl. She would always say it, and for her to get shot, my daughter doesn't know anymore, like, who's safe, and she's scared that the people she loves will get hurt.
The kids in the class with them. That's got to be horrifying for one of your classmates. You don't know anything about guns. You're 6. At most, you've seen your parents with guns, or you've seen videos about guns, or you've played games that have guns in them or something. At most, at 6 years old, right? And then you see one of your classmates pull a gun out and shoot your teacher. Of course you're going to be scared. Here's the reality of that, though. People are going to be unsafe. You are going to be in unsafe situations. Your friends and family, they are going to get hurt. Things are going to happen in your life. That really isn't a lesson you need to be learning at 6 years old in the classroom, though, is it? Man, this has my blood pressure through the roof. I can't.
The family telling ABC News they have been cooperating with local and federal law enforcement, adding that the firearm our son accessed was secured.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. It was secured, huh? Not very well. If it was secured, your 6-year-old wouldn't have had it, now would he? They're trying to cover their own ass. Am I tripping? Tell me if I'm tripping. But it really sounds like the parents are trying to cover their own ass. They're going to let all the blame lay on the 6-year-old. The gun was secured. Yeah, right.
Police still investigating how the 6-year-old got a hold of the gun, and questions mounting after school leaders told parents they got a tip that the student had a weapon, even searched his backpack, but didn't find the firearm before Zwerner was shot.
Fire every one of them. What do you got a tip that this first grader had a gun, a 9mm pistol, and you searched his backpack and you didn't find it? Where did he hide it? It had to be either in his pant line or in the backpack. There's not that many places you can put a heavy 9mm pistol, now is it? As a 6-year-old, it's heavy. Believe me, I don't give a damn if it's a compact, subcompact, whatever. It's too big and bulky for a 6-year-old to be able to hide. They didn't believe the tip because it was a first grader, obviously. So they didn't really look that hard. But if they searched him and searched his backpack, they would have found the weapon. They don't have lockers. This is first grade. So where the hell was it? They just didn't do their job well. They didn't search him well. They didn't take it seriously. Fire every one of them.
Terrified parents and faculty members voiced frustrations at a recent school board meeting.
I send my kids to school and find myself praying to God that they will return home safely.
Our students do not wonder if there will be another school shooting. They wonder when and where the next shooting will be.
And you have to stop and you have to think, okay? These people who got tipped off that this kid had a loaded weapon, and then they go search him and they can't find the damn weapon. Adults can't find something a 6-year-old hid when he's only got 2 options, on himself or in his backpack. Like I said, fire him. But this is one of the reasons why I really want to do YouTube full time. Because I would love to be able to homeschool my own kids. I can't. I work, my fiance works. There's no way we can do homeschool. But I dread sending them to school. Not only for their safety, because stuff like this happens all the time, but because the school tries to force their views on them. The school tells them how they're supposed to think rather than encouraging them to be free thinkers. The school is nothing but preparing them to be factory workers, shift workers. They don't want them to be entrepreneurs. They don't want them to go out and learn and start their own business and become somebody. They want them to be another cog in the system. That's what the school's about. I wish to God I could homeschool my kids so I didn't have to worry about crap like this. But this is the reality we live in 2023. 6-year-olds shooting their teachers at school. Next, a 6-year-old will be done shot another 6-year-old. Or a whole classroom of 6-year-olds. And police will have to go in and take out the 6-year-old. And it's not the 6-year-old. It's the parents. I feel like these parents should be raked over the coals. I feel like they should be strung up in the downtown square.
And we've heard the teachers back home recovering. But guys, it is the issue of the school being tipped off about that student possibly having a weapon, even searching his backpack and not finding it. That really has parents there so upset, even calling for the superintendent to resign, guys.
Every one of them. The superintendent wasn't there, I don't think. It's the teachers. It's whoever was searching. It's the cop who's always at the school resource officer. How is he not finding a weapon on a 6-year-old? How is he not able to make that 6-year-old tell him, yes, I have it and it's right here? How? How? Because you didn't take it seriously. That's the only option. There is no other option. If it was an older child, they would have found it. There's absolutely no way they searched thoroughly and couldn't find this gun. So you're telling me that a 6-year-old went somehow got his hands on a gun that was secured, got his hands on that gun, had it loaded. I mean, we can assume it was already loaded, right? But why assume, right? If it's secured, you should have a trigger lock on it. You should have it under lock and key. Now, I keep a weapon that I can get to very fast right by my door. But I'm the only person who can get to it. There's technology these days that allow you to be ready and armed without putting your child in danger. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel to see more. Hit that notification bell so you get notified anytime I post. Have a great day. We'll see you later.